In this lecture, we'll talk about inserting typed or written math equations. Well, you've already seen how using a pen, how we can handwrite our notes. We can even draw things out if we want to convert handwritten into typed out text. It's easily done here in OneNote 2016. I asked the question, what about math equations? Well, you may prefer to use pen mode to write out your equations. Then you may say, can they be converted, just like we did with handwriting? Well, the answer to that is yes and no. It's not done the same way, but it can be done. We're going to test it out here with our notebook that we have open. So, I'm going to flip over to Excel because that's where we want to do all of our mathematical expressions. And you'll notice that the Insert tab, I'll go ahead and click on that, offers the equation editor. So when you click on the equation editor, that's here, and you get a list of basic calculations or equations that we normally go ahead and solve for. So if you'd like to insert one in your notes, you just click and that equation is inserted. And as we said earlier, a container can be moved around. It can be sized accordingly. In addition to that, once you go out and insert a note using the equation editor, I'll go ahead and insert another formula. You notice that on our ribbon we get a design tab and we get all of our various mathematical symbols that we'd like to use. There we have a drop down and that shows them all, basic math. In addition, you have fractions and scripts and just a whole slew of things that we get into with Excel. And if you're taking notes, you can go ahead and insert these. Now, if I go ahead and click, and if I want to go back to my Draw tab, and I'm going to select a nice green. And what I'd like to do is put an equation out here. The area of a circle, area equals pi r squared. And then what we want to do is we want to get our lasso. I'll go ahead and do that. Get our lasso select. Go ahead and put that lasso around this text. And then if I want to link to math, just like we did with our handwritten text, but instead of saying link to text, we're going to link this to math. And notice we get our equation up here. Now, notice here that it converted my 2 to an A, and that's not correct. So I'm going to select my eraser tool here. I'm going to erase this 2. Notice it gets changed up here. And I'm going to select my right tool and try to make my 2 a little bit bigger so that it understands what I'm trying to say. And here I have it. Area equals pi r squared. There it is. I'm going to go back to my Home tab. I'm going to hit the escape on my keyboard. And I wanted you to see my handwritten equation. I'm just going to highlight it, make it a little bit bigger just so that you can see it. And this is an overview of how to write a mathematical equation in a note, or how to insert a typed mathematical equation into your notes. So, in OneNote 2016, you can do it all, including your mathematical equations. OneNote 2016.